Hello students, how are you? I am Vijay, and we will moreover we have completed the unit 7, and the rest of today we will be complete. And today is the topic treatment of bones and joint injuries, and already we have discussed about the soft tissue injury treatments and how to deal the dislocation, that is the joint injuries, and fracture, that is the bone injury. We will discuss how we can cure, how we can treat, and how we can come out that situation. So let's discuss about the treatment of dislocation. First of all, if the dislocation of any type of dislocation that is related to jaw, that is related to wrist, shoulder joint, as well as the hip joint, these four dislocation, and how we can treat. First of all, if the dislocation is occurred, so we must be call the medical help. This is very important because this is very severe problem, and normal people, they don't know how to treat the dislocation condition, and do not try to move that particular joint, bone or socket. Next, that is the third point, keep ice apply on the dislocation part to control the swelling, because ice control the swelling and it is very helpful to remove the swelling and controlling the swelling. We must be apply the ice. Then next, slipped in splint the affected area joint into the fixed position. So we must be apply the splint, that is the putty we can say, to just fixing that particular position and joint to that particular dislocation part. So these are very effective treatment to cure the dislocation position. With the help of these treatment, easily we can control the situation of dislocation, as well as we can cope up from this situation. Now let's discuss the next topic. Stress fracture. In the first position or first treatment for stress fracture is the first of all, elevate that particular bone to heal itself. So this is very important because it is the stress fracture already, but we must be elevate that particular part. Apply ice for 24 to 48 hours to avoid the swelling, pain, and automatically already we have discussed about the ice role. Ice is very important to cure from the swelling. Next, if there are any need to immobilization of that affected area, must be applied splint. This is also very important. Next, the avoid activities for 6 to 8 weeks. We must be avoid vigorous type of activities, and whatever type of stretching activities we have to avoid in the stress position, and whatever type of fracture we must be avoid the activities. And if whenever we are performing the activities, we must be take the advice of the doctor also. But in the any kind of a fracture, we have to avoid the 6 to 8 week minimum. Now next is the green streak fracture. In green streak fracture, most of mostly in this type of fracture involve arm and leg. These two body limbs mostly involved in green streak fracture, and already in last class we have discussed about the green stick fracture. This type of fracture occur in small kids because this is the fracture, we can say bone band, or we can just bone crack inside, then it's called green stick fracture. Because kids are very soft bones, that's why sometimes just leg and arm involved in this type of fracture, but we have required any kind of immobilization to make grow back together in proper nature or particular position. So we just avoid the immobilization, and we have to tie the bone with any kind of support and avoid the high impact activities. बिकॉज हम ये नहीं कहेंगे कि ये फ्रैक्चर है, यानी हड्डी यहाँ टूटी नहीं है, बैंड हुआ है या वी कैन से क्रैक, बट वी मस्ट बी अवॉइड हाई इम्पैक्ट या हाई रेंज ऑफ activities. We have to avoid minimum 8 weeks to minimum we have to avoid, because this is the very severe situation in this duration, that is the 8 weeks, 7-8 weeks to recovery we have the need. So we have the recovery period of 8 weeks at least to avoid the vigorous activities. So in this way we can cope up from this type of fracture, and with the help of all these cure positions. Now next topic, comminuted fracture and impacted fracture. These two fracture almost we can say just very close type of fracture. How? In impact communicated fracture. Communicated fracture, if we can talking about, this is the very severe type of fracture, because bone break in pieces, 3 or more than pieces we can say in comminuted fracture, and this is major fracture because bone required the more cure, and this fracture we can say treatment of different kind of compared to other. It is not easy to deal this fracture. We have to avoid the mobility of that particular limb that is involved in this fracture. Now let's discuss the treatment of this fracture. In comminuted fracture we have to avoid immobilization above or below the part, that particular affected part, and infection, this maximum chance to infection, so we should be avoid the infection and use to antibiotics to avoid and to cure from the infections. Physical therapy, this is very important. We must be use the physical therapy with the help of the medical officer, with the help of and with the advice of medical officer, as well as to these type of therapies we have to perform in the trainer, under guidance of trainer also, because to again regain the strength of the bone we have to need the this type of therapies. Just like we can say physiotherapy, this is the best example. So we have to apply the therapies of that particular affected part, that is affected from the communicated fracture. So this is the communicated fracture, and now next the impacted fracture. In impacted fracture, when fracture occur when the particular bone enter in another bone, यानी जब एक फ्रैक्चर होता है दूसरी बोन के अंदर घुस जाती है, तो वो इम्पैक्टेड फ्रैक्चर है उस सिचुएशन में. और इससे जो क्योर करने के लिए जो आपके ट्रीटमेंट हैं इम्पैक्टेड फ्रैक्चर के, दिस इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. वी मस्ट बी जज द सिचुएशन, क्या सिचुएशन है एक्चुअली. इफ़ द डैमेज सीवियर, तो डेफिनेटली we have to take the guidelines of the medical officers and splint or whatever the support we have to use, and that is the particular affected area, that is the fracture and as well as the injury also there, क्योंकि एक बोन दूसरे में जो अंदर एंटर कर गई है तो जो दूसरा जो पार्ट इफेक्टेड हुआ है तो वी हैव टू हील अप दैट ऑल्सो, दैट पर्टिकुलर प्लेस, एंड we have to take some antibiotic painkillers also. In impacted fracture only involve that particular few bones, and we have to just check the damage situation. It is very important to avoid the immobilization in this situation and to avoid the movement also. That particular affected part should be minimum movement we have required on the treatment time. And sometime in impacted fracture, if it is the case is very serious, so sometime require the surgery also. So it's depend on the situation, but some cure we have to follow on that particular situation. Now next is the transfer fracture, and transfer fracture, if we can discuss the nature of transfer fracture, it is a break in one of the bone, that the spine, or we can say there is a part of the spine. जो ट्रांसफ़र फ्रैक्चर है, और किसको ट्रांसफ़र फ्रैक्चर बोलते हैं, जब जो बोन है वो स्पाइन की बोन में फ्रैक्चर हो जाता है या उस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट में, दैट इज कॉल्ड ट्रांसफर फ्रैक्चर, एंड इट इज़ ए शेप जस्ट लाइक विंग्स. जो आपके वर्टिब्राज होते हैं, जो नीचे लोअर लिम्ब होता है बेसिकली, या मिडिल लिम्ब है, तो इस पार्ट में जो इस रीजन में जो फ्रैक्चर होते हैं, उस फ्रैक्चर को बैक बोन और जो आपका वर्टिब्रा है और लिम्बर रीजन जो आपका मिडल और अपर पार्ट है बैकबोन का, उस जो भी फ्रैक्चर हुए वहाँ उस फ्रैक्चर को ट्रांसफर फ्रैक्चर बोला जाता है. पहली चीज़ तो ये वर्टिब्रा, दूसरा लिम्बर रीजन में, यानी आपका दोनों जो पार्ट हैं अपर और मिडल. नाउ हाउ वी कैन ट्रीट दिस, सम क्योर एंड सम guidelines to treat this fracture. Medicine for pain control should be given, because this is very painful situation, because whenever we are moving, yeah, we are trying to bend whatever, then we feel pain. To cure the pain, we should be provide the medicine to the particular injured person. Avoid bending activity. Bending activity we have to avoid completely, because this is very serious position, because somehow backbone is damaged, and in this situation if a person, injured person, will repeat the bending position, then it is very harmful to perform this activity for the backbone, as well as it is very painful to heal up also. Now next, exercise should be done, but this is also very important, must be perform the exercise according to discuss with the doctor, whatever the doctor have to suggest the exercise, under guidance of trainer also we have to perform the exercise, because we have required the exercise to motion as well as to making the backbone strengthen. But what type of exercise you have to perform on that particular situation, you must be discussed with your doctor. This is also a very important. Next is the oblique fracture. Oblique fracture also is some different kind of fracture. In oblique fracture, fracture occur when the bone broken in diagonal position. जब bone diagonal position में break होती है to like axis of the bone. Mostly these fracture occur in humerus as well as femur bone. Why? Because these bone, जो आपके humerus bone है या आपकी femur bone है, ये दोनों long bone होती हैं. ये अपर बॉडी की है, हैंड्स में है, और ये जो फीमर बोन है ये आपके लेग में होती है, थाई में होती है. ये नॉर्मली दोनों अपर और लोअर लिम्ब की जो सबसे लंबी बोन है उनमें. अब डायगोनल क्यों होंगे? बहुत सिचुएशन ऐसी होती है. समटाइम इट्स अकर व्हेन एवर प्लेयर प्लेइंग फुटबॉल या साइकिलिंग, सम दिस टाइप ऑफ इवेंट, यू नो, जो डायगोनल बोन है, जो आपके ऐसे बोन है, उसमें ऐसे बीच से ये डायगोनल पार्ट में कई बार फ्रैक्चर हो जाती है. और उसका मेन रीज़न उसकी लेंथ है, बिकॉज दिस इज़ वेरी लॉन्ग बोन, दैट्स वाई. एंड हाउ इट्स treatment of oblique fracture, it's depend on the damage. सबसे पहला जो ट्रीटमेंट है वो क्या देखा जाएगा? जो आपकी बोन है वो कितनी डैमेज है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है ट्रीटमेंट. नाउ नेक्स्ट, इफ द डैमेज इज मिनिमम देन इट इज क्योर बाय द प्लास्टर. जो प्लास्टर है उसी से उसको ट्रीट किया जा सकता है, क्योर किया जा सकता है. बट in mostly oblique fractures, surgery treatment is also required. Sometime surgical treatment have, because जो आपकी लॉन्ग बोन फ्रैक्चर हुई है कई बार वो इस सिचुएशन में होती है. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि फ्रैक्चर है और डायगोनल भी हम कहें, हो सकता है वो एक जगह से दो जगह से, ये भी सिचुएशन हो सकती है कई बार. तो जो पीसीज में अगर बोन आपकी टूट गई है तो दिस इज़ वेरी पेनफुल सिचुएशन, एंड बाय हेल्प ऑफ सर्जरी इट्स कैन ट्रीट दिस बोन. एंड नेक्स्ट द हाउ डिपेंड ऑन द डैमेज. तो डैमेज, इफ दिस इज डैमेज एक्सटेंसिव, ज़्यादा डैमेज हुई है अगर, तो उस जो बोन है उसको आप कैसे क्योर कर सकते हैं उस सिचुएशन में? तो सबसे दैट इज़ द मेटल रोड्स. पहली चीज़ जो सर्जरी है उसके थ्रू मेटल रोड डाली जा सकती है. अनदर इज स्क्रूज, मेटल रोड एंड स्क्रूज टू यूज टू होल्ड द बोन पोजीशन ऑन द पार्ट, दैट पर्टिकुलर पार्ट. उस पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन में उसको रोकने के लिए या तो मेटल रोड का यूज़ किया जाता है या कई बार स्क्रूज का, यानी उस बोन को जकड़ के रखने के लिए इन चीज़ों का यूज़ किया जाता है. और ये जो ट्रीटमेंट है ये सर्जिकली हो सकता है, यानी सर्जरी ही एक ऐसा ट्रीटमेंट है. एंड वन मोर थिंग, दिस इज़ वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड फ्रैक्चर, एंड बिकॉज दिस इज़ वेरी सीवियर फ्रैक्चर ऑल्सो, दैट इज़ द ऑब्लिक फ्रैक्चर. दैट्स वाई द अटेंशन या वी कैन से alertness is very important to heal up that particular fracture or to again come back or regain the strength of the bone. This is very important. We have to perform that particular exercise to again to gaining the strength of bone, to provide the rotation exercise, yeah, we can rehabilitation exercise. These are very important, but again I can say that these type of exercise must be discussed with the doctor. Then people you have to apply on that particular injured. The next topic, this is first aid. What is first aid and how it's work, how it's helpful? The first aid is the first help which is given to the wound or accidental victim before the arrival of the doctor. It's called first aid. जो ट्रीटमेंट डॉक्टर के आने से पहले उस पर्टिकुलर जो वॉर्म पर्सन है, यानी जो इंजर्ड पर्सन है, उस विक्टिम पर्सन को जो ट्रीटमेंट डॉक्टर के आने के पहले दिया जाता है, इट्स कॉल्ड फर्स्ट एड. दिस इज द फर्स्ट एड. एंड what is the aim of first aid and objectives? What is the purpose? We can say this is the aim of first aid and objective of first aid. So these 5 objective points of first aid. First point, that is the to preserve life. This is the first point, this is the first aim we can say, to preserve that particular, yeah, we can say to save that particular life of that particular victim or one person with the help of the first aid. And this is the main purpose of the first aid also, because whenever the accident or injury got occur, so we have to provide the important treatment. Suppose anybody injured and blood start bleeding, so we have to first of all just control the bleeding. So this is the first treatment to provide that particular victim to save the life. In this way its step are working. Next, to alleviate pain and stiffness. First they alleviate that pain and suffering. Suppose that injured person, this is very important to understand how we can alleviate that particular person to he suffering from that particular pain and particular wound person suffering from that injury. Pain is natural if there is accident is going, any kind of accident or injury. Because of pain, you know, it is very important to understand, you know, sometime injured person cannot bear that particular pain, in like dislocation of joint during the accident. So it's very painful situation, and on that particular painful situation we have to provide the alleviate that particular part. So we have, you know, give the support to that particular part, and we must be control the movement, because it will be increase the pain, and it is major objective to reduce the such type of paining situation. Now next, the to prevent the condition of worsening. To prevent the condition of worsening, this is also very important to control the that particular situation. This is very important till the wound person, victim or injured person does not get that particular help or treatment of doctor treatment, we can say. We must be prevent that control the situation, because the major objective was the first aid. उस टाइम पे जो सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है उस पर्टिकुलर पर्सन के लिए, जिस सिचुएशन में हमें उसको प्रिवेंट करना है, तो वो हमारा फर्स्ट एड ट्रीटमेंट है. एंड दिस इज़ very helpful and very important to injured person, and this is a very important situation to prevent the life also of that particular person. And after that we have to provide the doctor treatment, but first of all we have to control that severe situation for that particular person. Now next point is the to promote recovery. This is also very important. Recovery is also very important. This is the main object of first aid. In the starting process we can say recovery, and it is, you know, very easy possibility. Sometime treatment or whatever the process of treatment to provide the injured, and it is very important to helpful for the recovery also, and whatever type of problem. But if the first aid treatment give to the injured person on time, then it will be helpful to just recovery, as well as it is very helpful to save that particular person and to controlling that particular injury and as well as the pain also. And this is the last point. Last point, to procure early medical aids. This is also very important, because to procure early medicine aids is not only the about the medicine, this is the most important object of first aid. There may be a certain situation that the to just saving the life, what type of medicine we have to required, assistant, how the first aider should be pay attention to provide first aid for the particular victim or wounded person, but effect should also made to just seek medicine as well as the early possibility to have to provide. This is very important to just saving the life, and sometime injury can increase if we cannot provide the required medicine in a first step. So we have to require important medicine we have to provide on time to injured person, then we can prevent that particular person. And these are the step or aim. These are basic aim of the first aid, and with these aims, and if we have to follow all these 5 steps, then we can prevent the life as well as we can recover the injury very quickly. So these are very important point of the first aid. So students, today we have completed our chapter 7 completely. Thank you, class.